Hey there, Dan here. Welcome to another episode of Dan Plays Games from the Elder Times. And last week we got started with the 1993 game Dungeon Hack, solo mega dungeon experience, and we did actually get through the first level. So we're going to try to take on the second level tonight here in week 2. So let's get started with that. I didn't even realize. So obviously, here's the Dungeon Hack game. I wasn't even really totally clear that this is branded with the Forgotten Realms campaign setting. I knew that they had, I knew this was AD&D Second Edition branded, but somehow that normally eludes me. I don't actually think that the Forgotten Realms content actually has a big part of this, but interesting. Okay, so all right, so. Earl, right? So I was playing this character Earl that we made up last time, having gotten done with the first level. So here's Earl, and just to recap where we got him. So he starts off, we started him as a dwarven fighter cleric. And I'm still at the same levels that they started me at. Started me second level fighter, third level cleric. They do start characters at the third level here as you try to take on this mega dungeon. I think I set the settings for a 12 level dungeon. Could have been anywhere between 10 and 25 levels to it. I picked pretty easy settings for this with 12 levels. So it's pretty hard, generally pretty hard to get through a whole thing with just one single character. Right out of the box, right, without me even re-rolling a single time, I got really pretty good statistics. I got really fabulous strength with the percentage exceptional strength above 18 that you have in AD&D, 1867 strength, which is great. 18 wisdom, which is what clued us into probably making Earl a fighter cleric. Pretty good intelligence. Nothing's really too bad. I don't have any bonus from dexterity for armor. I don't have any bonus from constitution for hit points. So my durability is not totally what I would have wanted, but did put a lot of the stuff at the easy settings. Again, I don't think I've ever completed a total dungeon of Dungeon Hack, but I'll try my best here. I'm currently staring. Actually, let's look at the dungeon map for the first level. So did actually explore every single part of that first level there. The red dots, again, are wandering monsters that get spawned as you go through it. I'm down here, just about to go down the stairs. So I will say that usually I find the first level, and the first level I was fighting a bunch of goblins and hobgoblins, does tend to be notably easier than what comes later. I think, if I'm remembering the right game here, I think that around where I discovered the stairs, I think I ran into one single troglodyte, which is probably a clue as to the main population of the second level. And that could be a problem because my main forte at the moment is my exceptional strength. And troglodytes, when they hit you here, their stench makes you lose strength. So I may be battling the loss of my primary advantage here in a second. But there's that. I'm just going to look around here for a second. Oops. All right, just look at the decor of what the first level looked like. So kind of these brown flagstones on the walls, kind of a green ceiling there. So I think what you're going to find is usually when you go to another level, that whole decor, the whole decor all changes. This level, the doors slid this way and they had like a big gray skull on them. Probably all that stuff's going to be totally different on the second level, and that stuff all gets randomized from level to level, if I recall correctly. So there's that. My hit points are maxed out at the moment. My food level is in the yellow zone, but I have quite a few number of rations to eat when I need to. So we'll be keeping track of all that. Have a pretty nice shield here that's adding 3 to my AC. I don't think I have any magic weapons. The sword's not magical. The shield doesn't seem to be. Right, I think this is just all mundane stuff. I got a ring of invisibility. That's kind of important. I have a silver ring. I don't even know what that is yet. What is that? I got the amulet of imminent return. So, you know, it's quite possible. I got to be careful when you go to a new level, because like even on this game, when I actually started the dungeon, the very first 10-foot space had a monster in it. And I had to fight through a hobgoblin just to get in the first 10 feet of the dungeon. And occasionally I go down a level and the first 10 or 20 feet, there's some really horrible monster. Sometimes I can't get past it. And then you're really constrained about what you can possibly do. You know, you run up the stairs, but if you run back down the stairs, then you're right in front of it again. If I get further into the level, this amulet of imminent return will bring me back to this level. So if I get stuck almost anywhere else, I have a way out. But if I get stuck right as I go down the stairs, then I have a problem. So I'll hope that doesn't happen. What is this? This is the amulet of fireballs. So I can throw maybe 2 or 3 fireballs with that if I need to. Got the holy symbol to cast spells with as a cleric. Probably cure light wounds, stuff like that. And I do have a magic helmet. Maybe we'll talk more about that later. Okay, so one of the things you're going to see here as I go down the stairs, the second level specifically, is that the first level was not copy protected. So in 1993, as things got passed around on the internet, like I think I got internet access for the first time ever in 1993. I think I was in college, and I think that was the year that I got email and worldwide web access. I think possibly for the first time there, which was, you know, obviously very exciting and very mind expanding. And I think the first time I saw it, I was like, they can't possibly allow this to be legal. There's no way there's no way the man will let this continue. You know, sort of yes, sort of no. So as things got passed around on the internet as demo software, they intentionally let you play the first level, and then when you hit the stairs of the second level, that's when they need you to have a paid copy and presumably a paper manual that they're about to ask me for some kind of copyright protection. So let me just go down these stairs here and hunt for what it asks for to get down there. Page 56. Under the heading Otyug. So there's the monster section kind of details some monsters here. I'm looking at the Otyug. Please enter the 7th word. 1. Are they counting the pronunciation? There's like a pronunciation parentheses of Otyug. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how they're counting that, but I think they want the word Golguthra, which is like, I don't know what second edition is trying to claim the Otyug's own name for themselves is. I think is what they're saying. I hope I'm spelling that right. Great. Okay. There's that. So now we can proceed. So here I'm in the second level, and you can see that the decor is quite a bit different. I guess the walls are kind of the same here, but here I've got these these kind of cold blue tiles on the floor and some kind of similar tiling on the ceiling. Kind of nice. It kind of looks like there's reflective, shiny on the floor. That's kind of neat. All right, so probably I'm going to be fighting troglodytes and something else. So let's find out. My character is currently invisible. Not with this, but with the ring of invisibility. So every time I, you know, as usual for D&D, if I make one attack, I become visible and I have to reset the ring. So I generally get 1 free attack, and that's it. Different kind of door there. Right, level 1 had these big skulls. Level 2 has these axes and shields. So that's what I'm looking at. Right, gotta get right, so I wasn't super happy about taking 5 points of damage from a hobgoblin in the second level. And you know, if I have to run away, you get pinned in with the stairs really fast, which is like a really awkward place to be. I've lost a lot of games right at the bottom of a set of stairs like that. 5 points down. I had the wrong hand on the keyboard as it started. I need to get back into this. Morning Star, interesting. A book. Okay, let's find kind of a quiet corner here and read the book. So put that into my hand and click on it to read it. What happens? I can't understand this book at all. The book vanishes. I hope that didn't damage me. Looks like no. Okay. You know, one thing I'm noticing here is that I'm really surprised by how much the shield does for me. So without the shield, I'm armor class 4. And with the shield, I'm armor class 0. So that actually added 4 points. It doesn't seem to be reporting it as magical. I don't know if anybody's watching this and you want to tell me if in 2nd edition they massively increased the value of shields. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but and then there's this cloak, right? I probably can't use a cloak. That's probably for wizards. All right, a puddle of water formed on the floor here. It is extremely cold to the touch, so similar to first level. And again, maybe one of those is going to be trapped someday. I've got the number of traps dialed pretty low, but it could be trapped or possibly fall through to another level if I recall correctly. I've got some tapestries on the walls here. This tapestry appears to be dedicated to the element of water. That makes sense. Okay. Good standard elemental theming here. Let's see, this appears to be some sort of ward or warning to trespassers. So we saw some of those on the first level, and they could possibly be trapped and spit something or spit darts at you. What is this? I certainly hope this creature only appears in this dungeon as a tapestry and not in the flesh. Okay, good cue for the horrible monster audio. So there might be monsters on the other side of this door, possibly. Maybe not. Here's one of these window structures that let you look through into another area without actually being able to get through. So I'll never make it through here. I'll have to find another way. So probably just around this corner. Wish my hit points were better. All right, so I've got some food here. You know, my food bar is fairly low, so I'm just going to eat this right now. Got some iron rations. So I think the way this game works is iron rations feed you more than standard rations, so that pumped my bar up back into the green level, which we like. Did I see? Yeah, there's a monster there. So pretty good AC, just one attack. Last time before I got the shield, I was hitting with a sword and my fist. Would they allow fighters to dual wield in this game, including just punching attacks? So I am making a bit of a trade-off here. Turn myself invisible again. So I am making a bit of a trade-off here for improved armor, which didn't prevent me getting hit in my first entry into this level. Okay, that almost killed me right there. Great. Thank you, Dungeon Hack. All right, so like I say, pretty tough game. Almost lost it right there. So let me try to heal myself. Great. So there is the advantage of being a cleric. Now, that was the end of my Cure Light Wounds. Actually, what else? I have other spells, right? I can have hold persons. I guess I should think about using that. Normally I play fighters, straight fighters in this game, so I tend not to think about the spells. Oh man, that's a lot of answers. It's a crap ton of monsters. Now, getting pretty good damage rolls here of like 12 points at a time. So, so my strength's doing pretty well. We looked that up in the book last time. I think it's like +4, +5 damage. I don't know if these bracers are possibly magical. I don't know. Now you might have seen there that I'm pretty quick to run away. So classic D&D, you gotta, it's tough enough. You gotta have retreating in your bag of tricks. So you may, as things get tougher, you may see me run away more and more. And that's pretty much the only way I know to stay alive here. I might get unapologetically cheesy about that, but we'll see. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. So I haven't been hit by any of the troglodytes so far. My armor is working to prevent that, but as soon as a troglodyte hits me, my strength's going to go down. I hate fighting two of them. What happens? Okay, let me swap out this shield. So now my AC is 1. Yeah, okay. So apparently maybe this shield is magic, but it's not telling me. Holy smoke, what the heck happened? Now my armor class is -2. How did that happen? Maybe these bracers? Okay, so if I take the bracers off, no, I'm armor class 0. Okay, so that's interesting. So apparently these bracers are adding 2 to my armor. That's wonderful. I gotta say, I'm doing much better on the armory angle than I usually do. Just checking behind my back there for a second. That part's going pretty well. That didn't help at all. Yeah, thanks for that, Taffer. I guess you were ahead of me on that. All right, now I got to check the map because I've forgotten where I'm going. So I guess I've explored this dead end here. Now that's classic D&D styles. Like now I've got myself trapped down in this dead end, and I got to fight my way through this one monster to get out at least. Possibly more piling out of this room. So, and of course, if it's too tough, I can use that special amulet of imminent return to go back up a level. But I think I can probably fight my way through here. Sweet. Okay, so that room right there has got a crap ton of monsters going. I don't like having 2. Alright, this is going remarkably well. Anybody else in here? Okay. I feel like about 8 monsters came out of this one room. Okay, I guess I can go up this way. Back attacks like that. So that's another one of the, I'll never make it through here. I'll have to find another way. So that's another one of those Windows type areas where you can kind of get a clue of what's coming around the bend. Looks like a button right here. Gold coin, right? You get 1 coin at a time, and what that's good for is looking for somewhere on the level. There's a healing device on every level that triggers that and heals you to max. Yeah, what are you? Okay, getting hit from 2 sides. That's not good. You hate being hit from 2 sides. I'd really prefer not have 2 monsters even in front of me. And the worst thing in the world is to get pinned in from 2 sides. That you really have to avoid. These guys still down here. All right, wonderful armor, right? Wonderful armor. If normally I would have gotten hit at least 3 times in that exchange. Guess that's empty room, possible trap. Oh, I should read these books and stuff, right? Let's see. Okay, so I got a piece of parchment here. Says, like several other creatures within this dreadful place, the sheet ghoul can spit a highly corrosive acid. And the parchment crumbles into dust. The sheet ghoul. So I think that was like a... I feel like that was like... Came from 1st edition Monster Manual 2. Oops. My shield's not up. Duh. Don't stand around talking in a bad place, Dan. Back up here just so I don't get jammed by the monster. What else do I have? I got a book. Guess that's it, right? Let's see if this book does anything for me. Earl has gained a point of constitution. All right, well that's nifty. All right, we'll take it. Like I say, constitution was one of the things I was kind of irritated, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I get a bonus from 14, but maybe I'll find another book like that. That would be pretty nifty. It seems like the monsters are able to attack me even when I'm invisible. I'm not thrilled about that. Got monsters ahead and behind, I think. If there's ever monsters behind me, I gotta focus on that because I can't let myself get trapped in 2 directions. Thanks, definitely, Joe. Maybe all the monsters have true sight. That would be a high-powered dungeon. Let me see what I just got hit. So this is a strange mirror, and I believe that strange mirror is like a mirror of magic item identification. So I believe if I tap another item with that, I find out what it is. And it's only got a limited number of charges, so I can only use it like probably about 3 times. So we know the bracers are, I don't know if that's magic or just a standard 2nd edition thing. So the bracers are giving me some armor. This shield's doing better than the other shield, so I'm guessing that's magic. I think. I don't know what this ring is. Let's actually talk. Okay, let me go to a room here. So I think about what to use the mirror on, actually. Okay, let's talk about this helmet. So, actually, let me just become visible there. So, let me see. AC -2 with the helmet, and without it, my AC is -1. So clearly the helmet's adding 1 point, which I think is what helmets do in second edition. But interestingly, if you look at my character portrait, right, with the helmet, there's this red box around my picture. Red box around my picture when I've got the helmet on. And when I look up in the manual, it says that that's indicating you've got some kind of defense against magical attacks. A yellow box would be a defense against physical attacks. Red would be defense against magical attacks, and dashed is multiple protection. So I've got some kind of protection from magical attacks. Now, there's only, according to the manual, there's only 2 types of normal magical helm in the game. There's a helmet of stupidity, and I don't think this is that because it's not affecting my intelligence at all. Right, with or without, my intelligence is the same. The only other thing is a helmet of underwater action. And then I guess plus a couple like relics, plus a couple like, you know, I don't know, Robert's helmet of special something that's like an artifact special to this game. So when I made the settings of the original game last week, I did click on the underwater level, and a couple of us were worried about underwater levels basically being a huge drag. So I think they might have thrown this helmet in specifically to let me get through the underwater level freely. So that's kind of my guess there. Okay, things that I have no idea what they are. I don't know what these potions are, and I don't know what this ring is. So I feel like I'm going to use the charges on that. What does this ring do? Do you do this? How does that work? I put it in my hand. I guess I click this. Do I just know everything now? It's the scrying. Okay, they call it the scrying glass. That is not the item I thought at all. The scrying glass. You'd think that would let me see some other location, but I don't see how to do that. Maybe I do it while I'm looking at the map. See, in my ignorance, no, I can't click on a thing while I'm looking at the map. In my ignorance, I'm gonna wind up using all the charges for nothing. Oh, okay. So now all of a sudden I discover I have a longsword +1. I didn't know that before. Okay, so maybe it'll tell me what this is. No, not telling me what this is. Maybe I have to put the 2 items in my 2 hands. Is that it? Because the longsword was the other item in my hand. So if I put this in my hand and this in my hand and do this. Yeah, that's the take. Okay, that's the take. Ring of feather falling. Well, that's interesting. What else should I look at? It's Morning Star. Because rock's probably just for a sling, I'm guessing. How about these potions? Let's try that. Potion of neutralized poison. Okay, well that might be handy. And what is this? Potion of restore strength. Well, that might be handy if I'm fighting troglodytes. Oh, I'm really glad I know about that. Huh. Now these scroll, I know what all these scrolls do. Really glad I figured out how to use the mirror of scrying. I could have missed that. Am I interested in all in that? Neutralize poison, restore strength. Let's let's confirm what the helmet does. I feel like that could be really important. I'm just going to confirm. I'm guessing the helmet is a helm of underwater action. Am I right about that? Yeah, I agree with you there, definitely, Joe. Yep. Okay. Helmet of underwater action. So I did guess that correctly, which is good. Sweet. Now I've forgotten where I put my sword. I think I'm good with that. Ring of Feather Falling, Ring of Invisibility. I don't think this other stuff is magical. So I think I'm good with that. This shield. You know, I'm curious enough about the shield. I'm not sure how the rules are working with that, so I want to know what it says about the shield, just for personal D&D knowledge. And that was my last charge. Wow, magic shield +3. That's huge. No wonder my armor is so fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen that playing this game. Amazing. Okay. Well, that's good enough. And of course, you see that the mirror went away on that last try, so I did use up all the charges there, but I'm glad I got that. It's a good question. I don't know if it was a Helm of Stupidity. You know, it depends on how they possibly finagle the exact mechanics in this game. Of course, you and I are both accustomed to cursed items being irremovable. I don't know. I'll probably get some kind of cursed item. We'll see. I don't know. With you might have seen on the Wandering DMs, our Sunday talk show, we had a whole episode talking about cursed items. I think the start of this year, start of season 4 here in 2022. And that whole mechanic, varies by edition. Some editions they did that, and some editions it was just kind of ambiguous, actually. If I recall, in 2nd edition, actually, there was no default rule, like a cursed sword. I don't think it did say that you were stuck with it, so could easily go either way in this particular game. All right, so there was a whole lot of figuring stuff out there. I don't even know where I am. Right, in the doorway. Guess I'll go north there. Well, this is going pretty well. I'm sufficiently traumatized by prior playthroughs of getting hammered by the troglodytes that I have PTSD from that a little bit. What are you? Bamboo wand. Let's try that. You are a wand of frost. All right, so we'll keep that in the hip pocket. I agree with you. I agree with you, Joe. We've had some fun in the past with cursed items, and as you say, particularly if there's a pro and con, and everybody's debating whether it's worth it or not. How is Remove Curse broken in 5th edition? I'm not sufficiently familiar to know. Is it just too good? Staff. Can I use this staff? Dang it. Okay, so two-handed item. Is it just a melee item? It's not super interesting. Just too accessible. It used to be super high level. Is it still? I mean, I feel like it used to be like but at least like a 3rd level spell, if I recall. All right. Jeez. All right, so you just saw me get hit for the first time by a troglodyte, and I get this message here: Earl grows weaker. And then actually and then my next hit, that was the first time that I couldn't kill it in one hit. So my strength has gone from 18/63% Lost the exceptional strength, lost the 18 point. Now I'm down at 17, which is like a number of bonuses all gone. So this level just got harder for me. I do have that potion of restore strength, but I'm gonna hold off using it because I probably have to wade through some more troglodytes before I'm done here. What is that? Yeah. So I seem to be hitting less reliably now. Probably not going to do 12 points of damage. All right, so that's a dead end. That little window here is going to be looking into a totally different part of the dungeon. I'm going to have to go way back to get there. I should go down here and explore south next. Yeah, still level 3. Got it. Hashtag ban clerics. Well, you know I'm all about that. You are preaching to the choir director. Yep. Ah, crap. No, crap. So that's my normal protocol of like leave doors closed, walk down an open corridor. That's the problem, is that somebody just might walk out behind me and trap me like they just did. So this is obviously quite a bit more difficult. Big room. Nobody's in it. Nobody's in it. Okay. It seems to be spiraling in on this kind of internal space here. 9 hit. I've gone the wrong way. I guess I didn't know that was a dead end until just now. That wasn't the wrong way. Just not a helpful way. I'm doing so much less damage. Platinum ring and rations. I guess I'm not. Okay, well, here's the answer to your question, definitely, Joe. I just put on this platinum ring, and since I didn't know what it was, I wanted to take it off, and it says, Earl cannot take it off, it is cursed. Yeah. Well, at least we know. At least we know how that works. So I'm currently blocked from using my ring of feather falling. Unless I want to replace the invisibility. Yep. What is this on the floor here? It appears as though something caught its dinner here. That blood spot on the floor that I'm fighting on was not great. What is that? Good point. I think that looks the same, right? So I don't know what that's doing. Yeah, I think that's all the same. So you know, it might be bad enough if it just blocks one of my item slots. Like that itself here could be the gimmick. Do I have any? Let's go through my scrolls if there's a remove curse or something here. Not seeing it. Now I am a cleric. which I could possibly forget about. Just okay, so maybe if I level up, I'll have remove curse available to me, possibly. There's a lot of dead ends. Right, go to the corner of the page of the map. So I got to go back to this point here. Yeah. Oh crap! What am I doing wrong? I gotta go here. I'm being an idiot. Even with this auto map, I can still get lost. Is it? It's here. Yeah. Yeah, I might as well dig in here. Crap. I gotta run away. Okay. All right, so I am out of healing spells. So I don't have anything here. So I think I gotta rest up here in this room. Protection level drain. That won't do it. That one. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna rest up, which I think a lot of the games from this era would let you do. Perfectly safe. They don't have wandering monsters attack you while you do this. What does happen is when I camp, my food level goes down. My food level is already pretty low, so I better eat before it goes any lower. It's probably enough. Gonna hit camp. Gonna hit rest. Shall I cast healing spells? Well, that's interesting. So, given that the primary purpose of camping resting is to get your hit points back, it is willing to automate if you have additional healing spells, cast those first. So that's kind of convenient. I don't actually have any healing spells. I wonder if it automates, like, it might actually automate getting healing spells back and then casting them recursively. Let's try that. I'll hit yes. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. That's exactly what it did. So it says it's saying there Earl receives Cure Light. So I rested for a while. I think prayed. I think in these rules. Got a Cure Light spell back, cast it on myself, and so this is massively accelerated compared to what normally happens. So with my straight fighter characters, I commonly have to rest like 40, 50, 60, 70 hours to get my hit points back, and I'm going through all kinds of foods. So this, yeah, being a cleric is nice, actually. I might be coming around. Maybe I'm coming around on this cleric thing. That was really sweet. But like I say, the main reason why I banned them is that clerics are overpowered. It's not that I don't mind playing a cleric. It's just like as a DM, my whole world's broken. Okay, let me just take this opportunity to save the game. I am playing on level 2. I don't normally come back. Like if I die, I don't normally come back. I might and use a save game. Maybe I'll do that. This time on the stream, show creature total. So at this point, I've defeated 63 hobgoblins and 18 troglodytes. All right, back to the game. I can't remember where I'm going. Over there. Damn it. Okay, I really don't like fighting multiple monsters, but is there something in the wall? Too many no buttons, yeah. Okay. Is that everything here? No, is that the door there I need at some point? What am I doing? I went the wrong way, of course. Oh, shit. Shit on a stick. Shit. All right, well, that went south real fast. So I was down to 3 hit points there, and I was caught in a dead end. So you saw me kind of scrambling for the Amulet of Imminent Return. And here I am back on level 1. And it shifts me up right at the stairs, is what it does. So, you know, maybe, you know, it's a hobgoblin. My AC is -2. Maybe I could have fought my way out of that with 1 hit, but I don't think I could take a hit, so I tried to play it safe there. I got slightly tangled up with not having a place to put my shield. I'm not sure it's entirely super smart to have all these cloaks that I can't use. But I am alive. Should probably keep a space here where I can put my shield. So, do I have any healing spells now? I guess I do. That worked pretty well. All right, so I'm going to go back down to the 2nd level, and I'll have to, you know, go all the way back through where I was. But there was actually quite a few dead ends on the extremities, so this might not be too bad, actually. Yeah, right. Again, some of these UI ideas were just being developed around the early 90s. The main thing that I really wish is I wish there was a keyboard button for attacks. Is I have to keep one hand on the mouse just purely to attack with the sword. I can move on the keyboard, but they didn't put any attack button, which amazes me. But I've got one hand just on the mouse just to swing the sword all the time. Okay. And here we are again. Jeez. Oh, okay, my strength's back. So the troglodyte strength does come back after a while. I've seen it take a very long time. I don't know if the Cure Light Wounds possibly affects that. I don't know. Okay, go left. That's a lot of monsters. That sucks. Oh, shit. Okay. That worked nicely. So you notice that, you know, even though I withdrew, there's still a beat where they can still hit me. So even though I walk away, I'm not instantaneously out of the woods. There is either a back attack or at least a window where they can still affect you, which honestly makes sense, frankly. But it kind of sucks when I run away and then like 2 seconds later we discover that I got hit anyway. Oh, thank you for looking that up. I didn't even think about looking that up. I think I've cursed with a ring of provocation. Fascinating. Yeah, clearly not a ring of weakness because my strength is still at the full level. What does that do exactly? It attracts and ranges monsters. That seems to be what's happening. And I guess that would explain why they're hitting me more often. Eh? Jeez, they're hitting me all the damn time all of a sudden. Jeez, they're hitting me every fucking... God damn it. Yeah, this is harder. Okay, that actually... Right, if they're being enraged, that would that would be increasing their strength, I think. That would explain why they're hitting me all the time. All of a sudden. Come on. Damn it. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Yeah. They are hitting me like every time they take a swing all of a sudden. All right, so I got hit by troglodytes a number of times. Now my strength is down to 14. So 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So now I'm going to have a much harder time hitting them. Down 6 hit points. That room's probably empty now. This is sort of what I'm more accustomed to from troglodytes. This kind of situation. Ring. You're a key. Jeez. I'm not used to these guys surviving my hits. That's is there a book there? There's like a book hidden. Is that just the edge? It's the edge of this pillar, I guess. This is certainly an elegant looking pillar, isn't it? Guess that's immobile. Okay, so somewhere along the line I picked up a brass key. Hopefully that's useful. I guess the edge of the pillar makes me think that's a book. All right, well, at least I filled in that little space. What's next? Go up here and go left. Yeah. Debating whether I should use the potion of return strength. I don't know. I feel like I'd like to get beyond the troglodytes before I do that. God damn it. God, I have to run away and use Cure Light all the time now. debating whether I should use hold person. I think it would work on troglodytes here. I don't know. You know, different on every game. It's all randomized, so probably not. They usually tend to change the population every level. All right, let me go back and rest up. Eat a little bit. Now, you know, it'd be nice if I found the magic healing item, the magic healing ATM is what I tend to want to call it, wherever that is. Okay, so I'm gonna camp here. Cast healing spells as I rest up. Do that a couple times. So that didn't take very long, right? It took like 8 hours. That's not bad. Perfectly safe when you do it. You never get attacked. Yep. Good call, Disparrow. I was pretty much forced into that. So back to this. And so, oh, and I feel like the cure lights are restoring my strength, because in other games, like I can rest like 60, 70 hours and still not get the strength back. So I don't know if that's a thing in second edition, that cure light restores stuff like that. That's working in my favor. The R Nathan F. The map is procedurally generated, so every time you play this, it is actually different. If you go back to last week, episode 1, this game actually reports the random seed it's using. So if someone did want to play a game of Dungeon Hack and play the exact same dungeon that I'm doing, you could actually go look up the random seed. But yeah, clerics are pretty powerful. Now, Disparrow resting here is using a lot less food than normal. With a straight fighter, like I say, I got to rest like about 60 hours, and then the bar, I could use up almost all that bar right there. I'm actually accustomed, like what'll happen is your bar go all the way down, and then it will say, you are about to starve to death. Do you want to continue resting? And they give you the option of yes or no. You click yes, well then you just starve to death and your game is over. So I'm used to being very careful and clicking no every single time I rest. So having the cleric be able to get cure lights and heal myself is an enormous advantage. Enormous advantage. Right? They do that. I think they have like a library of decor. And as you go from level to level, the walls and the ceiling and the floor will get swapped out. And so usually they manage, like on a particular dungeon complex, they manage to make every level look distinct. It was pretty smart the way they did that. I should put the shield back. I really feel like I've, with the Trog stench, I really feel that I've gone like 40 hours or so in the past and not gotten my strength back. So, and I did put all the settings on pretty much the easiest level. So maybe there's that monster strength bar. Maybe in the past I was like at a moderate difficulty level and the Trog stench was lasting longer. That might be possibly it. Interesting. 10 minutes based on the Monstrous Manual. Huh. Fascinating. I feel like I've had a much worse time with that in the past. Back up until I can hit again. Oh, crap. Okay, now I'm at full strength and this shouldn't be happening. Wow, that was brutal. My armor's still there. My strength is all the way up. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, there's this. Wish I had that mirror of scrying. Just look the rest of this room here. Okay. The wand. You can always do that by testing. What are you? Wand of Distance? So that's a, I don't know if that's a normal D&D item. So I think what that does is it hits a monster and just throws it someplace else. Like it teleports it somewhere on the level, just get it away from you. So that can be like you need to get through an area really, really intensely. I guess that's an option. And this book here. Now, I think the cover on the last book looked the same and it gave me a point of constitution. So maybe that does the same thing here, I hope. Oh. Nope. Earl loses 1 level of experience. Okay. Oh, man. So however the math worked, right, I was a second level fighter. So that just threw my fighter level all the way down to 0 experience. And I'm now a first level fighter, presumably even harder to hit. My armor class is only 2, right, because the shield's not up. Well, okay, so welcome to AD&D. They are not here to give you a fun time. It is a brutal survival horror. Yeah, I don't know. Good questions about the strength drain, right? All right. Well, I mean, good news because of the exponential experience. It'll be relatively easy to get that level back. Yeah, right. I think I'm thinking clearly about that. So, don't need too many more of those books. Now I'm currently down. Oh, and I lost hit points too, right? So now I don't even have 15 max hit points anymore. Now I'm down to 12. Thanks for looking that stuff up about the strength loss. Guess it's a one-way door, I guess. Okay, now I'm not gonna waste my key on that because I can get the other side anyway. Oh, all right, the game just gets harder and harder. So now I've got 12 max hit points and I'm down by 5. Okay, back up. Run away. I'm just barely getting out of these engagements. Remember, I've got this on the easiest possible difficulty setting, basically. And this is still what the game turns into. Okay, thank you. I feel like I saw somebody else in here, right? Like you. Gonna let my cat in the room here to help me out, because clearly I need assistance. Good boy. I'm back. That good memory there, Disparrow. Right. The basic game gave it some additional, like it let you get rid of paralysis, right? But only in the basic game. Now I don't think we're going to see paralysis in this game because I turned undead off, so you're not going to see any ghouls show up. This game does make paralysis a little bit easier. Thank you, selfless scoundrel. I might need that. So obviously, if you get, yes, good boy, we're here. Yep. So Yali's going to hang out and play with us for a little bit. So obviously, if you get hit by a normal paralysis in D&D, that would just be the end of your game. So in this, Dungeon Hack does make the paralysis a little bit gentler in that it just means that you can't attack for a while. You can actually still move around and still run away, which lets you at least survive it. So paralysis is one thing that this game does make a lot gentler. Yeah, I really need, and is it third level like all editions? Because if I got another level, I guess I'd need 2 levels, right? I could just memorize it myself. All right. Back in action. So I need to get past these guys up here. You know, I tend to be like, this level's awful. If I can just get to the next level, I'll have a better time. And then, of course, the next level's even worse, which is how that goes. Okay, there's my coin. All right, and that went well. Man, I've backed into this dead end. Shit. Okay. I think the cleric's probably got remove curse at 3rd level. I could be wrong. What are you? Apple? Sure, I'll eat you. Great, thank you. Protection from dragon breath. 3rd level, thank you for looking that up. So, yeah, our Nathan F., you're asking, is the game strictly turn-based? I think no, right? Those AD&D Gold Box games were strictly turn-based, or I would at least say time is passing even if I do nothing. So if I just sit here and chat for a while, you'll see my food bar go down, and you'll see monsters walk around. So even if I'm doing nothing, stuff in the world is still happening. I bet that I bet it's gonna. I get the spell levels have got to follow the 2nd edition rule set, so I'm pretty confident it's going to be 3rd. Damn you. I also wish that the invisibility could... What are you? Oh, shit. Okay, so I think, so that was a new monster. I think that was a were-rat, I think, which is an indication that I'm probably near the stairs of the 3rd level. I can confirm that. Yep, okay, there's a were-rat. So that means probably the 3rd level's all covered with were-rats. And thank goodness I've got a magic sword. So I wouldn't have been able to hit him at all if I didn't have that. I have a bunch of potions. I don't know what these are. Interesting, a dagger. So you can throw a dagger, right? I could literally carry the dagger around as my cursor, and then when you want to throw something, you just hold it in the 3D view and just click. Right, so there I am throwing the dagger. It tends not to, oh, there it is. Okay, there's the stairs of the 3rd level. Do I want to take the stairs of the 3rd level at this time? Yeah, right. What does the manual say about that? Can I catch lycanthropy? God, I hope not. I don't know, because I clearly don't have any solution for that. Let me clear out the rest of this level. Actually, maybe there'll be something useful. I would certainly hate to like walk by a scroll of remove curse if there was one sitting right here. God damn it! These guys are pummeling me. So I'm AC -2, but I think I'm enraging them with this stupid ring. I can't get off. I think that's making quite a big difference. You never caught lycanthropy in this game, selfless scoundrel? Okay. Good to know. Thank you for that. Okay, that room may not have any monsters in it. Wrong. Boy, this game was going so much better until I got that cursed ring. God damn it. Ooh, all right, I guess I better camp again. You know, I tend to go into a room when I do this, but there's no reason for me to do this. You can literally rest anywhere, and you're safe when you do it. So that's the game is a little bit generous in that regard. Yeah, that goes by super fast with the healing spells. That is just advantage on top of advantage. You're right, that first level, right. So definitely, Joe, you're reading the descriptions in the Dungeon Hack manual of the monsters. And it's pretty hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, because I do tend to rest, you know, I'm used to resting for days and days and days in the dungeon. So, I mean, hypothetically, they could have lycanthropy, you know, lose control and take you out of the game at some point. But even better if they just don't bother. What is this? Scroll of protection from evil. Oops. God. So there's my healing kiosk right there. So if I put a coin into that, I get healed up to max, and I don't need to do that right now. My food's kind of down. I'll take a little nosh. And let me mark, let me use some cloaks to mark this spot on the map. So if I come back, I know where that is. So it doesn't, I think both the first and second level, the healing kiosk was right before the stairs down. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's near the start of the level. Sometimes it's the middle point of the level. So normally it could be anywhere. If I come back, that'll help me remember where it is. I guess I could start in on the third level here. Got were-rats. I know I can hit them. I feel like the difficulty on the game went up due to the cursed ring. There's no such thing as a potion of remove curse, right? I'm not sure. I'm sure you can spell it different ways. I believe when you translate a language like that, you're allowed to a couple of different ways to spell it. Boy, I wish I had more hit points, and I wish all the enemies weren't extra strong. Got a ways to go before I regain that level. So I lost a level, and all the monsters are more powerful. Great. All right, let me save the game here at the end of level 2. And going on to level 3. So were-rats. So there's usually 2 types of monsters per level. So probably were-rats and some other unknown thing. Level 3 with just 12 hit points max. Not happy. Okay, so here's the level 3 decor. Totally different walls. I guess it looks like it's thatch roofs. Trying to identify that monster by the sound. So I don't know what that's representing there for walls, but that's different. The doors now have these sunburst designs. Yeah, okay. Thank you for looking that up. I didn't think that was a D&D item, but now you're making me wish I was playing 5th edition where it was really accessible. Yeah, there's potions of poison in here, right? Cursed potion. Oh shit! What the? Oh, good lord, it's a goddamn carrion crawler. Shit on a stick. So, I'm getting pretty desperate. So you can see me grayed out, right? So that's what, so, God. Me and everybody stopped saying what horrible thing could happen next. So I was just saying you're not going to see paralysis because I had the undead turned off. But apparently on level 3, you've got carrion crawlers, which can paralyze you. So you see that happened. I got grayed out. I couldn't attack, couldn't use spells, but I can move away. So if it weren't for that, I would have been instantly dead. And now I've got a carrion crawler right at the start of level 3. I think I'm going to break out one of those wands is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to heal up. Silver lining, I don't need many hit points to be at max now. So I just want to give myself some space at the start of the level. So I'm going to go down. Actually, I'll keep that. I'm going to go down. Yeah, there you go. I think that's a good idea, definitely, Joe. I'm going to go down one to distance it. I think that's going to teleport it somewhere else on the level. And that'll at least give me some space to operate in. And I can, move back and I can heal up if I need to. Let's try this. All right, so that takes it off the map immediately. So I think that was a good choice. Now, we all know in standard D&D, carrion crawlers have 8 attacks, and it's really infamous as being one of the most punching above its weight level monsters. I saw Frank Menser say that's like the #1 mistake he ever made as a DM about underestimating how dangerous carrion crawlers were, specifically because of the 8 attacks. So, I don't know if they're getting the full 8 attacks here. That might have been downgraded a bit. Look at the size of the teeth on that thing. Well, I see no reason to stick my hand in there. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, so there's another one. Let me fireball it. How about that? So I guess that sounds the carrion crawler, I guess. go. Okay, so at least I have that option. So the amulet of fireballs took it out in one shot. So these things could be trapped here on the wall. What are you? Journal page. Let's do a little light reading. Those who rely on the keen edge of the blade in battle will inflict little harm against creatures made of bone. All right, that makes sense. So that's kind of an allusion to skeletons taking less damage from sharp weapons in AD&D. God damn you. I can't believe it. Okay, so they're not invulnerable. I managed to take that out, but they're hitting me regularly. God damn it. I'm paralyzed. Boy, this is really tough. Gotta heal up. I'm forgetting to heal up. Yeah, when these guys get close, I'm getting that sound. Damn it. God damn it. God damn it. All right, my YouTube obscenity filter is not going to be happy with this episode, but Jesus Christ. Come on. Shit. Shit. Well, even at AC -2, they're still hitting me pretty dependably on their end. Okay, now I'm going to go for the fireballs because I really don't want to be pinned in the stairs. That's a really bad situation to be in. Where are you? Oh my God. Took 2 shots with that. What are you? Cleric Scroll of Cause Light Wounds. Yeah, they are brutal. It's just the further you go down, the worse it gets. Right, here I am on level 3. I don't know what level 12 is going to be like. I'm not sure. I mean, I wonder whether anybody even's ever gotten to level 5 or something like that. Never mind on a harder. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I'm being brutalized. Right, and they're good point, and they're enraged. Yeah, great. Yeah, I was having a good time with the were-rats. Come on. God damn it. Just check out my stats here. I mean, those are good stats. That's a pretty good character to for D&D. Come on. Shit. What the fuck? Oh my God in heaven. Shit on a stick. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck. Well, that went to hell. I didn't even chart on the high score list. Okay, well, that was awful. So I got pinned in from both sides, and then I was trying to use the amulet to get back, and I got paralyzed, so I couldn't even do that. Ugh. That was ugly. Ugly, ugly. All right. You know, I'm gonna use that as a closer. Maybe should I reload? Should I load from my last save game? I tend not to do that a lot, but are you interested enough that I should load from the last save game? Should have had the paralysis potion and the hot bar down here. Yeah, I mean, I was down on hit points, so I think even the time that it would take me to do that, I think I was screwed. That they spawned a monster by the starting stairs, and I was not looking for that. That's the thing that really threw me for a loop. Ugh. Jeez, that was a good character too until it lost a level and got cursed. Poop. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody has an opinion about whether I should reload the save game. I don't know if I should remake a new character from scratch. Got it. Yeah. When did I say? I guess I saved it right before I went down to the third level, right? All right, I guess I'm going to do that. Yeah, great. I feel like this character is about as good as I'm going to get. So I don't know if anybody has any suggestions for like a character that would be better at this mega dungeon type situation. I feel like the having the Cure Light Wounds available is like a huge boost compared to when I run fighters or rangers or something straight. I guess I'm gonna reload this, and I'm gonna try the third level again at least. Is what I'll do. Now remember, there was an option when we set this game up for hardcore mode, whereby when you die, all your save games get erased off your hard drive. I did not pick that. So this is still an option for us. Okay, so at this point I'm still cursed. And I'm still level drained, right? Oops. Yeah, okay, so we still got that stuff happening. Yeah, Fighter Cleric it seems really good. You know, I'm mostly just now Cleric. The way this game has gone. You know, the funny thing about other games from 1993 is, having played Fantasy Empires for a couple weeks, I'm now totally addicted to that. I'm embarrassed to say how many hours this weekend I've played Fantasy Empires, and the crazy thing. Okay, now this is the first time I'm seeing a carrion crawler, right? And the crazy thing is, I'm getting better and better at it. Like the game, Fantasy Empires seems to reward. It's deep enough you can get much better at it. So I might go back to Fantasy Empires sometime and try to play a more proficient game. Like I have managed to. I'm not coming visible. Well, this is going better. Is there something different about this now? Because I'm not turning visible when I attack. Yeah, that's interesting. So, so definitely, Joe, you told me before that you put it up on a virtual server, or I could get someone in person, I suppose. But the game that I streamed took what? It take like 8 hours or something. I have. Jeez, this is going so much better. What could be different? Right. Okay, so don't use swords against skeletons. Got it. So the Fantasy Empire stream game took me 8 hours, and I have managed to play a high-level game in 58 minutes flat. So. Okay. All right. Well, boy, this game's like totally different all of a sudden. So I might try Fantasy Empires again to see if I... Jesus. That's not a were-rat. That's a bugbear. Good point. Good point. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. So it'd be a better idea if I actually had someone physically sitting here. Fantasy Empires being a game where you can have two people playing at one keyboard against each other. I don't know if you've seen our Book of War wargaming show. I mean, Isabel, my partner Isabel here is a great opponent for that kind of thing. If I can get her interested in a particular game, that'd be pretty funny. Wow. I'm like, it almost feels like there's a bug here. They're not hitting me at all of a sudden. Crazy. This is like a totally different game. What does this do? It's like an acid cloud. Wand of acid. Okay. Bugbear is not giving me too much trouble. Dust. So that's a terrible sound. So probably dust of disappearance, probably, or something. Could be dust of coughing and choking, which is a cursed item. Okay, cool, cool. For what it's worth, on the next Sunday, I'm going to have Isabel on that for our third volume of our series of art in D&D. So Isabel, being a fine artist here in Brooklyn, I'm going to look at art of the 90s this Sunday. Those are pretty popular episodes, actually, for us. People like to hear what Isabel thinks about D&D art. Usually, you know, she's obviously not the D&D expert that I am, so usually she's seeing art for the first time ever. And it's really, really interesting to hear her perspective about pieces that to us are super famous. God damn it. I guess I should probably heal myself now. Except I can't. I wonder why I'm not becoming visible when I attack now. It's very strange. God. Frig. Well, we were just joking about that yesterday, actually. I think episode 1, she was disinvited for an art issue. And then episode 2, I think we were joking about getting divorced. So I don't know what's going to happen this time. This is why we only do it once a year. Yeah, right. Have this permanent invisibility is pretty handy. Seems like maybe that's making them hit me less often. I'm going to take it. If it screwed me with a level loss and it screwed me with an enraging cursed ring, I'm going to take the... whatever it made it decide that my invisibility lasts. Okay. Boy, and I'm doing a lot of damage now, too. That's a good deal. Okay. Come on. Shit. Now there's 2 of them. So, I've got 1 arrow. I'm going to put that in my quiver. Now I've got 1 arrow there. So I do have the bow here, right? A short bow. So at least now it's a potentially an option for me to use it, but it's such a hassle to get the bow and the arrow in your hands that I tend not to do that. I would be more likely to use a thrown dagger, possibly. But anyway, now I have 1 arrow. Great. What is this? The smell of incense lingers in the air around these sensors. I think that's just decoration. I guess I can take 1 more hit from these guys. Okay. Now I'm paranoid about stuff creeping up behind me, which is how I died the first time. I think I was clicking the button on this side while that bugbear was clicking the button on the other side, and we were like canceling each other out. That was weird. It's like two light switches that you're hitting at the exact same time. That was weird. Okay, dead end there. Just check on that. Okay. So now I'm making a lot more progress post-save game. Still wish I had my old hit points back. Alrighty, what is that, a gold key? I don't have a gold key, I have a brass key. This key won't fit in the lock. Okay, that's... I need to find another key from someplace. Jeez. I hate things that live... I got a two-handed sword. So almost surely not going to use a two-handed sword when I've got a +3 magic shield. That is kind of a no-brainer. That would have to be like sort of Kaz or something for me to use that. Monsters. Okay. 13 points of damage in that last hit. Oh shit! You've got to be kidding me! God damn it. God damn it. And I didn't save anywhere on that run of the level either. Well, I was having a good time with the bugbears until that happened. Poop. Poop. Poopity poop. Okay, so I gotta save more frequently. Damn it. All right, let me try that again. I apologize. So we're going to see the third level again. Hopefully the whatever mechanic was working in my favor here. Yeah, right. See, I only have 12 max. So hopefully whatever mechanic was working there is going to keep working to stay invisible and get through the carrion crawlers. Otherwise... So now I think I can take carrion crawlers no problem. Okay, so that's a good sign. One. God, son of a bitch. Okay, well, at least there's that. So I can get through the carrion crawlers at the moment. And I'm going to re-get all these same magic items here, I think. Yeah. Okay. So the specific magic items and monster placement and stuff, all of that was determined... Shit. All that stuff was determined when the dungeon was first created, right at the start of episode 1. So as I go through this, I'm going to get the exact same items... Heal up. And I can't I can't cheat the game by like redoing a level. I am going to get the same stuff. there's the cause light wounds. Nicely. I'm not sure why I would ever use a scroll of cause light wounds, because I can just cause light wounds with, like, you know, a mace. Seems the more efficient method of causing light wounds. Slightly dumb fight. Now, in up to first edition D&D, carrion crawlers didn't do any damage. They only did paralysis. But I guess for Spice here, they're doing a little bit of damage on me, like 2 points. So there's the 2 points right there. So at least I know I'm not going to get instant killed by the carrion crawlers. Unlike the bugbear that hit me. Is second edition THAC0? Yeah, it's funny. I was just in preparation for this Sunday. I was just reading that. So, you know, technically THAC0 is even in first edition. The back of the DMG in the first edition has THAC0 listings for the monsters. But yeah, it was second edition that made that like a core presentation in the player's handbook that expected everybody to know about that for their player characters. And they got rid of the big tables in favor of THAC0 in second edition. You are correct. So that was the... I'm just going to... I know what this is, but I'm going to test it again so it's listed here. Wand of Acid. Got it. Got it. Got it. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting about the carrion crawler, the Disparal BB. Yeah, so in second edition, interesting. They can do the normal 8 attacks or 1 attack that deals 1d2 damage. Well, that's... Seems like they're doing both here, but close enough. Crap. Okay, so I'm at 8 hit points, and we know that bugbears can do 8 hit points, so I gotta be careful with this. Come on, finish him off, finish him off. Right. Boy, I do not have much room for error here. So what does -2 AC mean in terms of your overall ability to not be hit? So, good question. So like at least a normal man would hit. It's basically, so it's basically the, you know, it's funny because in the pre-draft, in the pre-draft manuscript for original D&D, what we see is the AC is the number of pips on a D20 for a normal man to hit you. So if you're AC 2, a normal man's got 2 chances in 20 to hit you. That would be like plate mail. If you're unarmored, that's AC 9, you've got 9 chances in 20 to hit you. So -2 would be a normal man can't hit you at all. And then if you're, you know, 3rd level, it's basically going to be 3 - 2, then you've got 1 chance in 20 to hit you. Is what it's supposed to be, more or less. Now, I am fighting level 3 monsters, so carrion crawlers, bugbears, they are hit dice 3. So it seems like it ought to be like 1 or 2 or 3 chances in 20 to hit me. Plus whatever the ring of provocation is doing. I guess that's adding stuff. The monsters were not hitting me as frequently before I picked that up. Right, there were carrion crawlers coming out of this door here. And it's just that 8 of 12 is just the point where I don't want to use a Cure Light Wound spell. I'm going to save a game here. Oh, actually, look, when I go to camp, the dungeon seed shows up on screen. So if anybody is interested in replaying this exact dungeon, there's the dungeon seed right there. Interesting. Yeah, so I feel like the monsters on this level should be hitting me normally 19 or 20. Again, the provocation ring might be making that better for them. Wait, I guess I'm on 3rd level, so I'll make a save game for that. Oof. Yeah, that does, +4, it does seem like standard, like enragement type stuff in these rules. You know what? Like in my house, my OED house rules, I have a feat for berserking, and that's exactly what it does. It increases your level by 4. So that shows up in a lot of places in classic D&D, which is why I did that. Now, weirdly, like with the invisibility, something weird has happened because my character portrait is grayed out. Generally, that means that I'm invisible. And so, if you go back like an hour before the shit. Anyway, the game's not turn-based. If I stand here and talk for a while, I just get hammered. Okay, now seems like a good time to heal up. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what it's like. Right. So previously, I'd make an attack and my character portrait would brighten back up like I'm visible. And since we did the first save game, for some reason I'm not coming back visible. So, but in either case, monsters were still attacking me anyway. So something weird is happening with that. Anyway. All right. I am willing to hit that guy in the back. Carrion crawlers. Shit. No, wait, I'm not paralyzed. All right, there's my 1 arrow. Thank you very much. And there's these bracers, and I don't know what that does. Oh man, I'm using up all my inventory. So there's only 3 columns of this inventory, so I'm actually pretty much using it all up. I'm gonna have to make some kind of decision about that at some point. It does seem now they're not hitting me that much, so something is working in my favor. That guy. I'm like leaning into my attacks like that's gonna help me. That worked nicely. That worked nicely. Only 7 hit points. Shit. Thought I was trying to turn the corner and get the jump on that guy, and I missed. Timing was off. All right, so currently paralyzed for a couple seconds. Oh, already back. Good. At least these guys don't get the 8 attacks they do in normal D&D. At least that would be just murder. That would just be a game that lasts up until you run into carrion crawlers. Carrion crawlers are infamous that when they first appeared in OD&D Supplement 1, they were indicated as a 3rd level monster, I think, or even a 2nd level. 3rd level monster because of the 3 hit dice. And then when it showed up in 1st edition, they bumped it up to 6th level. So they completely underestimated the threat level from carrion crawlers initially. It's probably the single biggest... I'm pretty sure that's the biggest bump that they ever had to make on any monster. Okay, here's this guy. Right, okay, there's the 2-handed swords, so... Now I'm back at 8 hit points. I think that's the guy that killed me before. So... Okay, I'm going to, out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to heal up. And I'm also going to save the game. Okay. You are the guy. Come on. 6. Do wish I hadn't lost that level. This guy. Jeez, that's a powerful bugbear. I hit him for 8 and that didn't slow him down. Moved in too quickly on that one. Okay, what are you? Manzanita wand? I don't even know what that is. Nothing happens. Huh. Weird. Maybe that's for magic users only? Manzanita wand. All right, don't fight in the middle of a room with a bunch of monsters surrounding you. That is just... you might as well not play if you're going to do that. Okay. Who's next? Alrighty. 16 points of damage. Awesome. Alright, how are we doing here? Alright. So I've got about half this level done. Maybe I'm going to at least explore this area here at the bottom of the map. Does that make sense? I guess I can go up here easier. Let me do that instead. Oh, wait, where's it? Okay, there is the healing thing. All right, but let's go that about halfway down the level. So if I'm sure, I mean, this really is more useful when you have more hit points. I almost don't have enough hit points to make that useful. Wherever I am, a Cure Light Wound spell brings me back, so pretty much. Right, now I need a key to get through there. Go down here. Okay, well, there's the key right there. That's what I needed. Great. Let's unlock that door at the top. Maybe that's where I need to go. Now, with this particular run-through, with this Dungeon Seed, we do know that any key that I need is on that level. Again, there's a setting that gives you an option. Do you want multi-level puzzles or not? Do you want keys from 3 levels back that are important? And we said no to that. So at least we know that I never have to go back 3 or 5 or 10 levels for some key. Well, that was nice. I like those big damage rolls. Ah, back up. Shit. Okay, so I had a locked door there that pinned me in just for a second. I think I'm... Shit. All right, I'm out of heals, so time to rest, I guess. And I'm going to be kind of disciplined about saving the game when I do that. My food bar is in the bad zone, so eat these iron rations. Get that back up. Okay, let me see. That looks like the silver key. I'm still paralyzed. Past all these doors. gonna throw this dagger at this guy. That was not a good use of time. I'm on the wrong side of this door now. Okay. Okay, so I really hate being pinned on the other side of a door, so I needed that to stop immediately. Got a whole lot of doors here. That's not tactically a great situation. So I'm going way past these doors, and there's all kinds of opportunities to monsters to come out behind me. I'm going to be a little bit more careful exploring in these doors first, I think. Don't hit me, don't hit me. What did I just get? A scroll of slow poison? So I do think, as of, I think in second edition this is probably standard, is at least in this game, poison isn't instant death like it is classically in D&D. So it does start degrading your hit points over time. So in this game, slow poison could be very, very useful to delay that. Oh, all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, there's a morning star. Jeez, all this stuff. Just checking to see if there's a monster behind me. Another staff. A journal page and another journal page. Boy, all kinds of stuff there. All right, let's do some reading. A small green ellipsoid Ioun stone increased my ability to survive various dangerous situations. Yeah, I see that. This guy. Don't come at me while I'm reading. Come on. But in order to see illusions, Midnight relied upon her helm of true seeing. With it, no... ... The parchment crumbles into dust. Yep, good point, Disparel. Yeah, the first edition DM's guide has some special poison types. I think in first edition, that's just for like poisons that assassins make, I think. And by default, monster poisons are all instantly fatal in 0 and first edition. Where was I looking at there? Right, and I have these staves, right? Probably these don't do anything special for me. Not interesting. Yeah, you're right. You're right, of course. Later, that was the what we deal with here is that became the standard. Like a lot of stuff. I guess that's only opens from the other side. Like a lot of stuff, things got a little... What the fuck is that? That's a gargoyle, right? Shit. Go away. Now there's the stairs there to the 4th level. some stuff there. And almost not enough room to keep it. What is that? It is a wand of allurement. Oh, shit. Got snuck up on there. Whew. Okay, I got a tangerine potion and a protection from evil scroll. Interesting. You're saying wyverns in your games are the first thing that have poisons, not spiders. Like I like, at least for my traditional game, like right on the first level, you're going to run into a large spider with fatal poison, even giant centipedes. Yep, you're right. Well, likewise, you know, even if I do have first level spiders with poison, if they're fighting a first level character, then like even a D6 of damage could be fatal anyway. So same kind of thing. But if I have a higher, like a really nasty trap for a higher level character would be fall into a pit with like 50 first level spiders that are all save or die poison. That would be, man, this is like a really elaborate little section of tunnel. Crap. That was not super strategic. Oh, this guy's being a pain in the butt. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I would. That's interesting to hear about the large spider in second edition. I would not have been able to remember that. In first edition, it's fatal with a +2 save bonus, is what it is. It's funny how things get a little bit gentler over time. You know, even the whole idea of hit points was actually, you know, not there at the very beginning. So if you play Chainmail Fantasy, that uses a table that's just like, are you alive or are you dead on every blow. And so I guess Dave Arneson was playing, and one of the characters, I don't know, had like a 4th level character, and was like, this isn't a whole heck of a lot fun to just be killed by one hit. And then he invented the idea of hit points. It's like, okay, maybe you got a couple of chances to withstand before you're dead. Get that guy. Boy, these bugbears are way tougher than the carrion crawlers all of a sudden. He said right before he went into a mother carrion crawler. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting little detail how they worked out in second edition. I didn't play a lot of second edition. That was a little bit of a gap in my playing years. Like I was playing first edition, and then second came out, and it's like, okay, I don't need to buy new books. It's funny because I got into a campaign playing right at the end of the second edition era. I got into a campaign playing with Paul, playing with my Wandering Dams co-host Paul, and some other people at the place that we worked. And that was just like a year before third edition came out, and then we switched to third edition. So my second edition knowledge tends to be a little shaky. Should I clear out? You know, now I've almost entirely cleared out the third level here. Let me finish off. Let me finish off these spaces here. Right, I am held right now. Oh God, look what I've done. God. Put myself right into a dead end. An idiot. risk of getting myself surrounded is what's happening right now. Fuck. You know, let me save the game. I have this bad feeling that as I try to stretch myself a little bit, I'm going to die right at the end of the stream here. That's also a dead end, actually. One silver lining I'm seeing here is that the carrion crawlers are so big they can't stack them in 2 per space. So I'm never fighting more than just one carrion crawler here, so at least there's that. How about you go away now? Did I see a bugbear? I guess no. All right, so Earl attains fighter level 2, gaining 3 hit points. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm back at level 2 with 15 hit points. So, Okay, so at least that did happen. Okay, something else here. Great. Oh, and another amulet of fireballs. Well, that's handy. So there is a little bit of an outstanding question. I think Disparrow last week you were asking exactly how experience works here. I had to look that up, or I don't know if you've looked that up in the manual. So I still got to figure that out. But I mean, that door can't be one way because I came through this door. How do I open this door? What the? Maybe this monster will open the door? What is that? Oh, no, okay, no, there it is. Duh. I didn't come this way, I came over here. Let me open that up so I don't get stuck there again. That was nice. I don't really like fighting in the doorway itself where everybody can see me. So if I'm more on my game, I step back around the corner like this. And if I'm really on my game, I do 15 points of damage every single time I throw a punch. Cure serious wounds. That could come in handy. Really looking for remove curse. Okay, what are you? Jeez. Okay. All right, that's basically it, right? That's level 3. So there's clearly a room down here that I didn't get to. Chances of that being important is pretty slim. I found the healing kiosk here. All right, there's the stairs down. So if I need to, I can come back and pretty easily get to that. But My Cure Light Wounds are doing pretty well. I think that's probably a pretty good stopping point before I get lost. All right. So that I get tricked, right? I get tricked with the were-rat on level 2. Level 3 did not have were-rats. It had carrion crawlers and bugbears. So that's a little bit of a weird fake out. But there you go. Okay, so I'm going to save the game here. Again, if you are interested in playing this exact same dungeon, you get the dungeon seed there at the bottom of the screen. You could screenshot and put that in. See if you can do any better, maybe with a different character type than I'm doing against these carrion crawlers. And I guess I'm going to call that for night. So it is about 1:30 a.m. here in New York, where I am. Got through level 2 and basically all of level 3 here tonight. I did have to restore the game twice, which I'm a little bit embarrassed about. I got pinched in between 2 carrion crawlers, and then there was that. And then having lost the level, I'm down on hit points, and 1 bugbear just hit me for 8 hit points. So sorry about that. Try to do better next week. But like I say, it is a tough game, and this is the kind of grinding job it tends to turn into. Interesting. The monster difficulty slider affects the experience. The XP awards. Interesting. The monster manual default would be level 4. Got it. Got it. So orcs and goblins would normally be 15, hobgoblins 35. So I think I'm getting more experience for that with the settings I've got. Oh, other way around. I'm getting crappy XP because I have the monsters set to the easiest level. Oh, I never would have guessed that. I thought if the game was easier, I might get more XP. You know, I am leveling up slowly here, as a matter of fact. That's it. You are right. In prior games, I tend to level up like, once per dungeon level. I've only gained 1 level in 3 dungeon levels. You're right. I'm leveling at a slow rate. Huh. Well, I wonder if I've put myself into a corner that I won't be able to get through the lower levels now. Huh. That wasn't occurring to me, but now that you pointed that out, you're right. I am leveling up slowly. Huh. Particularly where I lost a level. I thought I was going to get that back a lot faster than I did. That's too bad. But if I made the monsters any more difficult, then I'd have a problem with that. So really, with Dungeon Hack, no matter which way you slice it, it's gonna wind up screwing you one way or another. You put everything on the easy level, and that makes it harder in another way. Great. Thank you, Dungeon Hack. It's old school, baby. All right, well, thank you so much for looking that up. That's actually a huge assistance to me tonight, because I was not coming up with that on my own. So thank you for that. So I'm gonna put a pin in it for tonight, and plan to be back next week, next Tuesday night, for as we try to tackle level 4, and God only knows what's going to be down there. So thanks for the help. If you can show up again next Tuesday, I might need more assistance. Yeah. I've only earned about 300 or 400 when I should have about 4 times that much. There you go. Put the monsters on an easy level. They give me less XP. I don't think I would have made that the same choice if I was the designer of this game. I think I would have made, your advancement the same, even if the monsters were easier, if that's what you'd selected. That seems like a weird choice to me, but okay. All right. Got to respect the old school DMs. Fascinating. All right, so that's it. That's it for me here at 1:30 in the morning. So let me see. We may or may not have a Thursday night show this week. We're trying to get our schedules straight on whether there's a TDR show this Thursday. If so, we'll be chatting about the system we were using for the last 4 weeks in our Cyberpunk game in the 2400 system. So we might be having our assessment chat on Thursday, and then on the Sunday talk show, like I said, we will have Brooklyn-based fine artist Isabel Garbani back for Art of D&D Volume 3, the 90s. And we'll see how contentious that conversation gets. No free lunches. That's exactly what's happening. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out. That was a lot of fun tonight. And I'll be out of here. See the high score list, which is basically fictional. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a good week, everybody.